He's so funny. That's cute. All right. Are we ready? All right, I think are we ready? All right. All right, good evening, everybody. Are those knuckles? Wow, that's impressive. Adequate notice of this meeting as required by the Open Public Meetings Act was provided through the posting, mailing, and filing of the annual notice of regularly scheduled meetings of the Town Council on December 12, 2023. The notice was on that date posted on the bulletin board of the municipal building, provided to the Westfield Leader and the Star Ledger, and filed with the clerk of the town of Westfield. Ms. Lawshe, may I have a roll call?
Mayor Brindle?
Here.
Councilmembers Hagman?
Here.
Dardia?
Here.
Domagala?
Here.
Kiefer?
Here.
Saunders?
Here.
Armento?
Here.
Contract? Healy?
Here.
Please rise for the invocation given by Councilman Kiefer and remain standing for the salute to the flag.
We gather tonight to make decisions on behalf of our community. May we use only our best skills and judgment, keeping ourselves impartial and neutral as we consider the merits and risks of each matter that is placed before us, and always act in accordance with what is best for our community and our fellow citizens.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, we are going to get right to the most important matter of business tonight, and that is celebrating our state champion with girls high school soccer. So, girls, come on up. Come on up and join us. All you guys, get back here. All right. Some of these girls, they didn't say they were sick of me, but I was on a career panel at the high school this morning, so they get me twice in one day. All right, are we all here? Repeat performance. It's always great to have you guys back for something like this. Congratulations again for an amazing, amazing season. So, celebrating the Westfield High School Blue Devil girls soccer team state champions. Whereas, on November 23rd, 2024, the Westfield High School Blue Devils girls soccer team won the NJSIAA Group 4 state championship, defeating Eastern by a score of 1-0. And whereas, on the way to winning the state championship, the team won the Watchung Conference Championship, the Union County Championship, and their second straight North Jersey Section 2 Group 4 Championship, finishing an impressive season with a record of 20-1. And whereas, under the leadership of head coach Alex Schmidt, assistant coaches Katie Wertheimer, Chris Carson, Bernie Cuddy, and Corinne Helwig, the team demonstrated their dedication, hard work, and team spirit. And whereas all of the members of the team, seniors Lauren Fury, Aaron Hazard, Brooke Morrison, Olivia Thornton, and Audra Toth, juniors Sophia Buscio, Olivia De Gregorio, Andy Janota, Mary Lane, Maya Nair, Callie Schmidt, and Ashley Yanawine. Sophomores Emily Cadigan, Marin Fowler, Ava Jazina, Molly McDermott, Georgia Morelli, Catherine Oliveira, and Nina Rodriguez, and freshmen Victoria Corcoran and Phoebe Cladd are deserving of recognition for their individual contributions to the team's success. And whereas the Mayor and Town Council of the Town of Westfield wish to commend the coaches and the players of the Westfield High School Blue Devils girls soccer team for their many successes during the 2024 season. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Mayor Shelley Brindle, on behalf of the Town Council and the citizens of the Town of Westfield, do hereby congratulate the 2024 Westfield High School Blue Devils girls soccer team on their successful season by capturing the NJSIAA Group 4 state championship title, and do hereby applaud them for their accomplishments and wish them well in the future. Congratulations, girls. The council member back there,
This roster featured a balance, as we just mentioned, of 2 freshmen, 7 sophomores, 7 juniors, and 5 seniors. The senior class, and girls, you can step forward again. Lauren Fury, Brooke Morrison, Olivia Thornton, Captain Aaron Hazard, and Audrey Toth, who cannot be here. Set the tone for our team. They weren't the loudest in the room, but they truly understand what the team and the individuals needed throughout when they needed it most. Their ability to listen, to set the right tone, to choose the right words, allowed them to connect with all their teammates in a meaningful way. There are many senior athletes in our town, and I hope to say that all coaches are as proud as the 2 of us, plus our other coaching staff who's not here, that watching these seniors grow into leaders was truly transformational for us. We put a high priority on leadership. It doesn't always happen, it's really hard to do. And for these 4 seniors that are here, 5 altogether, putting their teammates first to be able to perform their best, creating a unified and determined team culture that will resonate for years to come. And we hope that the juniors have learned from these seniors and they'll take it one step further next year and continue the tradition of great leadership. So thank you, girls. Congrats.
Congratulations and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff. Enjoy, girls. Well, that was, yes, congratulations. That was fun. Jim, any updates?
Yes, Mayor, thank you. A couple quick updates. 3 things. First, leaf collection. Leaf collection will be finished this week. I want to commend Public Works. Normally, we commit to 2 full passes of the town. As of this week, we have actually finished 3 passes of the town. The weather has a big play in that. And of course, the efficiency of our crews and how Rich Eubanks and Craig Gibson changed things up this year have made a big difference too. This year we made a change where the street sweepers followed the crews instead of doing it all the way after the program. I think that worked very, very well. And because of the weather, we were able to get out there, and actually they were even going to be doing one last pass around town because of the weather also was helpful to landscapers continually coming out and putting more leaves in the street. But the majority of stuff is up, so after this week, the leaf collection process will be finished. They'll move on to any parks or common areas, public areas they haven't gotten to yet, because the street's always the first priority. But it's been a really great, efficient leaf season, and thanks to Public Works for their great efforts this year, as well as Public Information Officer Rich Eubanks particular, who those nixles go out every single night, letting people know where they're going to be in the morning. Did help about cars being moved and having it get out there. And the Saturdays we did again for the 3rd year in a row. We did 6 Saturdays, and that helped a lot of the school areas, going to back to school areas on weekends when the cars weren't parked there. I think of Franklin School, I think of Jefferson School, 2 of many schools where during the day you can't get there. It's just kids, parents and teachers parking everywhere. So that really helped as well. So that's a great program. And again, reminder, the goal of the leaf collection program is keep leaves in the street as short of a time frame as possible. And we were able to do that this year. And again, every year it's 6 to 8 weeks of leaf collection process, assuming no snow in that time frame. And the guys did a great job. Secondly, we have some residents have seen some alerts coming out from New Jersey American Water. And for those of you, I know in my neighborhood, I got alerts. I think they kind of do a blanket alert. Doesn't necessarily affect everybody directly. Alerts that came out the past week and even today, I believe, talk about discoloration of water. Just so everybody knows, we're in communication with American Water. For those who live in Ward 1, Linda, Todd, myself, we've been talking to them. There was a repair project that was planned on Prospect Street. There was a repair of a major trunk line there. The repair turned into a much bigger project because the repair revealed some things that needed to be fixed. And now there's a multi-week project that's going on Prospect Street, which is extending now from Prospect Street around the Sedgwick neighborhood or Sedgwick Street area all the way up to Brightwood Park. The entrance to Brightwood Park. So they're working on that. We're working with them to try to get this done as soon as possible, but that water line affects a lot of the town and a good portion of the mountainside as well. So they're working on some things. We expect by the end of this week, their emergency repairs in the area will be finished. They'll actually close up the area temporarily, wait till after the holidays, come back probably first week in January, do more of the work, and then it'll be settling over a few months, and they'll end up repaving that whole area probably in early spring. So again, what ends up starting as a repair project sometimes reveals itself and comes into a major project which was not anticipated. So, but we're in communication every day. We're working on a communication right now with them to send out more broadly to the community and the neighborhoods that are affected so that we can get information more than just the alerts are people getting information out there. Those are alerts that, if you're not being affected, you might be confused. So we want to get information out that kind of alerts the public. So we'll be working on that hopefully by the end of the week as well. And lastly, just a reminder to the town about new street signs. So again, even during leaf season, the street sign crew has been out and really done a great job. If you remember, we broke the town into 25 zones on each side of town. 25 in the north, 25 in the south. As of today, or yesterday, we put up a new map on our website. People can track our progress on the website. We're putting a map up every few days or weeks, depending on the progress of how many zones are completed. And so on the north side, I believe there's 6 zones completed. South side, there's 5, and number 6 is being worked on now. And the crews are out there replacing the signs systematically. It's going to be done in 2025. Not sure when. A lot of signs. One other thing too, we've been working with the county. The county has given us verbal approval to replace the signs on county roads. We are working on an agreement to memorialize that, which I believe the county is hearing at their meeting tonight, at their county meeting, and so we'll actually follow up with them, with you here in January to memorialize that. But that will allow the town to replace signs on county roads, Central Avenue, Mountain Avenue, for example, and then so it becomes a very uniform program, and we'll actually take over maintenance of those signs going forward, which I think is a good thing for the town. We can control that. And I just want to thank the Public Works crews. They've been out replacing signs now for weeks, and without fail, the public is very interested. I think every single week they have people coming out of their homes asking, oh, can I take that sign from my basement? Can I take that sign from my kid's college room? So just a reminder, what we're going to do in 25, we're going to start a process where we auction off batches of signs. We're kind of trying to finalize what the right auction platform should be to be compliant with state law, and then we'll start that process in 2025. But there's already a lot of interest in that, which is good for the program, and hopefully we'll raise some money to put towards one of our organizations. So anyway, that's it.
Great, thank you. Yeah, right, exactly. Just a few points tonight. This is our last meeting of the year. I'm really proud of, I think, what we have worked towards collaboratively as a council. And so I want to thank the council for all your work and support for some really, what was, I think, probably one of the most productive years we've had. So it's starting off with a great budget season. So thanks all of you. I do want to let everybody know that we're going to have our 2025 annual organization meeting on January 7th at 6 p.m. We'll be formally appointing all the volunteers and committees for the upcoming year. I also want to thank the Downtown Westfield Corporation for the incredible number of seasonal events that are happening in town. So they are still going on and will be very active through this weekend, right up to Christmas. And afterwards, we've got the carolers are in downtown Westfield this weekend. There's a dreidel contest this weekend at Kirschenbaum Bakery. And there's a Miracle on Elm Street promotion that goes through January 3rd. And there is also Don't Miss Your Chance to Vote in the Holiday Lights Contest, sponsored by the Recreation Department, and you can do that through December 25th. And just remind everybody, the menorah lighting is on December 26th at 6 p.m. in the North Trout Avenue train station lot. And if you hear sirens this Saturday, don't be alarmed. It is the Santa convoy of our police department, I think followed by the fire department, riding around through town, so the police, fire, and DPW. So that is what's happening on Saturday. If you hear sirens and kids squealing, you'll know what it is. I'm sure you guys have been reading a lot about drone activity, as I've been involved in numerous calls, and they released a joint statement yesterday by the Department of Homeland Security, FBI, FAA, Department of Defense, and basically stating that there have been 5,000 reported sightings of drones in New Jersey and other states. It's generated over 100 leads for investigators. Most of them were ruled out, determined the sightings were mostly lawful commercial drones, hobbyist drones, law enforcement, airplanes, helicopters, and stars that people mistook for drones. So, so far, they've said there's nothing that presents a national security or public safety risk, and we'll continue the investigation. And there are a bunch of understandable calls for new laws to better oversee unmanned aircraft systems. So the full statement is on the DHS website. I was also on a call with mayors hosted by the league, same thing with federal and state agencies, many mayors frustrated by the lack of information, the forthcoming information that's been, that's not been forthcoming. I do want to remind everybody, if you do see anything, if there's anything that you think should be reported, you can report them to tips@njohsp.gov, and the Westfield Police Department is also tracking any sightings. On a much lighter note and a fun note, all barbecue fans will be happy to know that there's an amazing new barbecue place. It opens on Friday on South Avenue, J Bones Barbecue. It's right adjacent to Tiffany's Pharmacy. It looks great. It is founded and helmed by this guy, Jordan Malari, who is a former TV producer, and he got his chops as directing and producing Barbecue Pitmasters, of which my husband is a big addict to, which is great. So Friday is the big grand opening. So right now their hours are Thursday through Sunday, 11 to 8. So a great new addition to the dining scene in Westfield. I want to remind everybody once again that the Public Arts Commission is calling for artists to participate in the Literature Canvas project, which I mentioned, I think, in the last meeting. The deadline to submit sketches has been extended through January 12th, and all to participate in the Read Across America Day in the spring. So please take a look, and you can find the information on our website. And just tonight, a few things, a couple ordinances on second reading. One, to set the salary ranges for our non-union staff members and to reallocate older capital authorizations to fund current needs. Another one for the purchase of the Mr. Goodlube site at 200 South Avenue. As you recall, we got a recent grant from the EDA, which is going to fund 80% of the costs. So essentially, we're going to be getting it at a significant discount after the $660,000 grant has been allocated to us. And a number of resolutions from the Finance Policy Committee. Linda has a very, very busy meeting tonight when she's lots of annual year-end items. Several resolutions regarding the warrants for salaries. For the FMBA, library non-union staff, CWA staff, non-union staff, and so forth. And very importantly, a resolution authorizing the CFO to draw warrants for the mayor and council annual salary for $1 each. So, which we're not allowed to cash, but it's a good time to remind all of us about our volunteer public service. There's also a resolution authoring a grant application for the amount of $100,000 to go towards the Memorial Park Tennis Court project. You'll be happy about that. Councilman Healy, he and I are tennis players. So Very happy. Along with restroom facilities at Memorial Pool. And then lastly, 2 resolutions in surface of special items of revenue in the municipal budget. One for body armor equipment for the police, and the other to offset the cost of the Memorial Park bathroom facility door project. So that's what's going on tonight. So excited to close out the year. So Ms. Washi, are there any advertised hearings?
Yes, Mayor, tonight we have an advertised hearing for a community block development grant application for the Town of Westfield Recreation Department for senior citizen programming transportation services in the amount of $28,000. Anyone wishing to be heard on this application, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, Mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed.
Next, we have an advertised hearing for a community block development grant application for the Town of Westfield Recreation Department for ADA accessible improvements to Tamaqua Park Playground Walkway in the amount of $20,000. Anyone wishing to be heard on this application, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, Mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed.
Next, we have an advertised hearing for the Westfield Area YMCA for ADA bathroom renovations, materials only, first floor and main wide, in the amount of $25,000. Anyone wishing to be heard on this application, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, Mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed.
Last for applications is an advertised hearing for the Westfield Community Center HVAC replacement for the main building in the amount of $50,000. Anyone wishing to be heard on this application, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, Mayor, you may close this hearing.
This hearing is closed.
Next is for General Ordinance 2024-26, an ordinance to amend General Ordinance 2023-35 entitled An Ordinance to Amend the Code of the Town of Westfield, Chapter 2, Administration and Salary Schedule, Section 2-12-28 Schedule. Anyone wishing to be heard on General Ordinance 2024-26, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, Mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed.
Next is Special Ordinance 2024-09, Capital Ordinance to appropriate the sum of $99,000 for the undertaking of various public improvements in, by, and for the Town of Westfield in the County of Union, State of New Jersey, and to transfer an unexpended bond ordinance balance and reappropriate same to finance such appropriation. Anyone wishing to be heard on Special Ordinance 2024-09, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, Mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed.
Last is Special Ordinance 2024-10, Bond Ordinance to authorize the acquisition of real property for use as a pedestrian plaza pocket park in, by, and for the Town of Westfield in the County of Union, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $915,000 to pay the cost thereof, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds. Anyone wishing to be heard on Special Ordinance 2024-10, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, Mayor, you may close the hearing.
This hearing is closed. Councilman Hapgood, please move for the adoption of General Ordinance number 2024-26.
I'd like to move for the adoption of General Ordinance number 2024-26 on second reading, an ordinance to amend General Ordinance number 2023-35, entitled An Ordinance to Amend the Town of Westfield, Chapter 2, Administration and Salary Schedule, Section 2-12.28 Schedule.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Domagala. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilmembers Hapgood,
Yes.
Tardia,
Yes.
Domagala,
Yes.
Kiefer,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Armento,
Yes.
Healy, Mayor Brindle.
Yes, this motion is carried.
I'd like to move for the adoption of Special Ordinance number 2024-09 on second reading, a capital ordinance to appropriate the sum of $99,000 for the undertaking of various public improvements in, by, and for the Town of Westfield in the County of Union, State of New Jersey, and to transfer an unexpended bond ordinance balance and reappropriate same to finance such appropriation.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Armento. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilmembers Hapgood,
Yes.
Tardia,
Yes.
Domagala,
Yes.
Kiefer,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Armento,
Yes.
Healy, Mayor Brindle.
Yes, this motion is carried.
I'd like to move for the adoption of Special Ordinance number 2024-10 on second reading, a bond ordinance to authorize the acquisition of real property for use as a pedestrian plaza/pocket park in, by, and for the town of Westfield in the County of Union, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $915,000 to pay the cost thereof, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Armento. Any discussion?
Discussion.
Yes.
Someone reading just this caption of the ordinance would think that Westfield would be paying $15,000 to purchase this property. Actually, this is a tremendous grant that we applied for and is apparently very selective in getting to have the state pay for materials such as this. And I commend the town administration for pursuing this. This property has long been a, let's call it an eyesore, because it's been basically abandoned commercial gas station slash oil place. And so this will be a tremendous improvement, an entryway to the town. I think I've referenced this before. There's been tremendous improvement from the Garwood line to Central Avenue, which was not such a hot neighborhood in the 1970s, 60s, 80s. But it's come back, and it's actually property values are very much improved along that corridor. And this will even add to that improvement. So I'm hoping we can support this ordinance tonight.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Councilmembers Hapgood,
Yes.
Dardia,
Yes.
Delmagala,
Yes.
Kiefer,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Armento,
Yes.
Healy,
Yes.
Mayor Bidwell.
Yes, this motion is carried. May I have a motion to approve the minutes for the Town Council Conference and regular meetings of December 3rd, 2024?
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Dardia, second.
Second.
Second by Councilman Saunders. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? This motion is carried. Now it's time for open discussion by citizens. Anyone may come up to the microphone and speak to the council on any subject on which we have jurisdiction. Please state your name and address for the record, and please limit your comments to 5 minutes.
Sorry. Rich Panikiewski, 233 Charles Street. For purposes of the official record, I'd like to show that today, December 17th at 4:16 p.m., I received the following email from James Gildia, Town Administrator, Town of Westfield, Union County in New Jersey. Mr. Panikiewski, I'm not sure if you will be attending the Town Council meeting tonight, so I wanted to get back to you regarding the question you asked at the last Town Council meeting about the sewer easement. Please be advised that we have confirmed that there does exist a 10-foot wide storm sewer easement on the property owned by HBC Streetworks, which is Block 2502, Lot 14. HBC Streetworks is aware of this easement, and when they get to the Planning Board site plan review process for this part of the project, they will have options for the Planning Board to consider, including a final design that accommodates this existing easement, or they may propose a modification to the easement. Thank you for your question, and please know that stormwater management for this and all projects is of paramount importance to the town, and we will require this property owner to follow best practices for the benefit of the surrounding properties and their project. Thank you, Jim. Additionally, I'd also like the record to show that this email was distributed to the following people: Shelley Brindle, Linda Habgood, Todd Sanders, Michael Dardia, Michael Armento, David Contract, Michael Domagola, David Kiefer, James Healy, Thomas Jardine, Town Planner, and Maureen Lawshe. Thank you.
Good evening, Carla Bonacci, 603 Lawrence Avenue. I have two important development topics the town council should be aware of regarding future long-term development of Westfield. One is the affordable housing response due, and the second is the state redevelopment and development plan that's just been released for public comment. Regarding the affordable housing response, ahead of the DCA numbers published in October, I asked the town's process for reviewing, analyzing findings, reporting out draft conclusions, including public engagement, all before the council vote. At this time, there's only 6 weeks remaining, and we have not seen any kind of information regarding the analysis. This is a precedent-setting response for the town's future, and any decision or vote must be supported by a complete professional planning analysis that indicates whether the number can be reasonably attained and a range of opportunities to do so. The DCA published numbers are formalically calculated and are advisory and non-binding at this point, so there are still options to present your own calculations and to challenge the formula number. We would hope that you would do that with topology. We believe there should be serious consideration to challenge that number, if only to publicly and legally state potential issues and hardships with the formula basis of calculation. It should be noted that we need to think critically about the central component of the town's future development, not simply succumb to anchoring bias by the DCA formula. Also, regarding the June, I'm hoping that we'll get to see some of the analysis, and I hope that you'll be careful in anything that's put in a report, because we have seen that once something is written in a report, it tends to get accepted by other parties. Regarding the second topic, the state redevelopment plan, that's been 23 years since they've redone this plan. I did participate in some of that process. What's key here, I believe, is that it is advocating a robust community engagement process as part of a balanced approach to planning principles. And I would hope that this town would start to look at that and include the community in a robust process for any development moving forward. While we may ultimately disagree with or offer comments to modify some of the suggested priorities and principles, the draft state development plan does recognize a plethora of concerns we have articulated many times regarding town quality of life, traffic, infrastructure, and environmental impacts, and the importance of adequate notice and community input toward developing a range of alternatives and examining impacts before deciding. And so I do hope that you'll all read this 167-page report, that you'll have someone that will offer public comments. I know that we will, and that you embrace it and incorporate it into our future planning. Thank you.
Anybody else? Hearing none, I close this portion of the meeting and move to bills and claims. Councilman Hapgood.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to move bills and claims in the amount of $752,406.48.
May I have a second? Second by Councilman Armento. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? This motion is carried. Next is reports of standing committees, beginning with the Finance Policy Committee.
Okay.
Here you go.
The end of the year. The end of the year is always a lot. I have 28 resolutions, 27 that I'd like to move as a package. The first, a resolution authorizing the CFO to refund a street opening cash bond. Second, a resolution authorizing the CFO to refund a dumpster security payment. 3, a resolution authorizing the CFO to draw a warrant for Board of Adjustment escrow monies. 4, a resolution authorizing the CFO to draw a warrant to replenish the postage meter. 5, a resolution authorizing the CFO to draw a warrant for Recreation Department fees. 6, a resolution authorizing the tax collector to participate in an electronic tax sale. 7, a resolution authorizing the tax collector to cancel sewer fee balances for 2024. 9, a resolution authorizing the CFO to authorize 2025, Did I skip one? I think I did. 8, a resolution authorizing the tax collector to cancel delinquent tax payment balances for 2024. Am I on track one? Okay. 9, a resolution authorizing the CFO to authorize 2025 debt service. 10, a resolution authorizing the CFO to cancel accounts payable. 11, a resolution authorizing the CFO to set up accounts payable. 12, a resolution authorizing the CFO to cancel outstanding checks. 13, a resolution authorizing the CFO to sign bi-weekly warrants for the 2025 Police SOA employee salaries effective January 1st, 2025. 14, a resolution authorizing the CFO to sign bi-weekly warrants for the 2025 FMBA employee salaries effective January 1st, 2025. 15, a resolution authorizing the CFO to sign bi-weekly warrants for the 2025 Teamster employee salaries effective January 1st, 2025. 16, a resolution authorizing the CFO to sign bi-weekly warrants for 2025 non-union employee salaries effective January 1st, 2025. 17, a resolution authorizing the CFO to sign bi-weekly warrants for the CWA employee salaries effective January 1st, 2025. 18, a resolution authorizing the CFO to sign bi-weekly warrants for the non-union library employee salaries effective January 1st, 2025. 19, a resolution authorizing the CFO to sign bi-weekly warrants for the CWA library employee salaries effective January 1st, 2025. 20, a resolution authorizing the CFO to draw warrants for the mayor and council annual salary for the year 2024. 21, a resolution authorizing the CFO to apply for a recreation grant. 22, a resolution authorizing an award of contract for the design and improvements at Memorial Pool Complex. 23, a resolution to approve 2025 Westfield Memorial Pool membership rates. 24, a resolution to approve insertion of special item of revenue in the municipal budget for body armor for our police force. 25, a resolution to approve insertion of special item of revenue in the municipal budget for a Memorial Park project. 26, a resolution authorizing the CFO to pay December bills and claims. 27, a resolution authorizing the CFO to make transfers of appropriations for bills and claims.
Second.
By Councilman Dardia. Any discussion? Thank you for that, Councilman.
Yes, well, there's just a lot of things we need to clean up for the end of the year, in case anyone's wondering why we have so many things to approve tonight.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? This motion has carried.
And number 28, I'd like to move a resolution authorizing the CFO to make a budget transfer.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Saunders. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilmembers Hapgood,
Yes.
Dardia,
Yes.
Domagala,
Yes.
Kiefer,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Armento,
Yes.
Healy,
Yes.
Mayor Riddle.
Yes. Next is Code Review and Town Property Committee. Councilman Healy.
Well, I'm glad I don't have to do the kind of heavy lifting Councilman Hatfield just did. I'm going to move 2 resolutions as a package. One resolution setting the date for the Town Council 2025 organizational meeting, and a second resolution setting the 2025 Town Council meeting dates.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Domagala. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? This motion is carried. Councilman Healy, please move Public Works resolutions.
How many committees do I have to?
You're behind, sorry. You're doing double duty.
I have to move 2 resolutions to move an underground storage tank at the Public Works property, which I'll be meeting with some council members there at 7:30 in the morning. I don't think this will be out by then, but we can show it to you. We might inspect it. We might inspect it. And the other resolution is to award a contract for the emergency replacement of pumping equipment at the Nolmehegan Pump Station.
May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Armento. Any discussion? All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed? This motion has carried. May I have a motion to adjourn? Motion. So moved by Councilman Healy, second. All in favor? Opposed? This motion is carried, and this meeting is adjourned. Happy holidays, everybody, and thank you for a great year.